Canterbury Draught. Centennial New Zealand Cup being ushered into line by starter Jack Mulcahy. Panky's Pacer, lines and barrier one in the bright green colours. Jack Cade's up, Lee Robbins facing up. Falcon rises ready. Holmes DG just about to take station in his position. Rest of the front row coming forward. Holmes DG just in behind the front row. Lifeline wants to go up. Mr. DG's on tenterhooks at the moment. Gracious Night, last year's winner. They're off and racing, and the running of the Canterbury Draught Centennial New Zealand Cup's underway. Falcon Rise stepped out well from Lee Robin, wide out on the track. Just an Excuse has made a wonderful beginning. He's going up, and Jack Mulcahy is going to keep him 3 wide early. They were followed by Jagged Account. Next on the outside as El Sue made a startling beginning as well. They were followed by Sly Fly on the inside, just between them all hard. El Sue was 3 out, just steering back behind those runners. Then Annie's Boy about 2 lengths further back to Cool Hand Luke, Holmes DG and Panky's Pacer. 2 further away to Young Rufus, the back marker, Gracious Night in the inner, and Mr. DG. So they stream round the turn into the straight for the first time. The 2003 Centennial New Zealand Cup, and Just an Excuse. Todd Mitchell has gone to the lead with a favourite. So Just an Excuse goes to the lead by 2. Jack Cade will take cover. Falcon Rise third, Lee Robin fourth. Coming away from the markers, Jagged Account. Sly Fly 5 back on the inside, joined in the outer by All Heart. Then the 4-year-old El Sue racing in the clear on its own. Annie's Boy and Panky's Pacer behind it, followed then by Gracious Night making a bit of ground. Cool Hand Lucas next to that, Holmes DG and Young Rufus and Mr. DG. Pace doesn't look to be extremely strong, but they run into the back. 2,200 left, and Just an Excuse the leader. Jack Cade happy to sit in behind him. The first mover is El Sue, and David Butcher moves it around the outside. The 4-year-old is going to steam up on the outside of Jack Cade, and coming around Young Rufus and Tony Herlihy. He ranges up 3 wide and going up to sit outside the leader. Falcon Rise was next on the inside. Jagged Account is next to that. Lee Robin tucked away on the inside, and it's joined in the outer as they travel down the back by All Heart. Sly Flyer next along the markers. Annie's Boy beside it, followed by Panky's Pacer. A length away to Cool Hand Luke, Gracious Night, Holmes DG and Mr. DG. They race out of the back. They're almost at the halfway point, and Just an Excuse in front. Right beside him now, Young Rufus, quite happy to sit outside him. In the trail is Jack Cade, nicely positioned, getting a sweet run. It's followed the outside by El Sue's beautifully positioned now. Falcon Rise the inner, about a half a length back on the outside. Jagged Account, his stablemate Cool Hand Luke coming forward 3 wide. Lee Robin is 5 deep in the inner. In between them All Heart, Mr. DG is following Cool Hand Luke around. Sly Flying is buried. Annie's Boy, Panky's Pacer, followed by Holmes DG and Gracious Night. The lead time was 2:06.8, so they're not going any big time, and the first quarter of the last mile should tick over any second as they run the turn out of the straight. Past the pavilion they run, and the leader Just an Excuse has head up the field. It's Just an Excuse getting to the 2,000 metres, is joined on the outside now as they travel into the back by Cool Hand Lucas, ranged up outside, and Mr. DG 3 wide. Jack Cade getting an absolutely soft passage in the inside, and they were joined by Young Rufus around the outside. El Sue doesn't want to be far off the pace when the whips are cracking. Falcon Rise back on the inside, 30.4 the second quarter, and down the back they run, joining Falcon Rise on the outside now as Jagged Account is followed wider out by All Heart, trying to get into it. Gracious Night, Lee Robin well and truly buried, so's Annie's Boy, Sly Fly and Panky's Pacer, and next to those Holmes DG, 7 lengths between them all. Just an Excuse, and he's only got his nose in front. 400 metres to go. Just an Excuse from Cool Hand Luke and Mr. DG. Jack Cade will get the passing lane, is followed then by Young Rufus and El Sue out and out to get the outside of them. It's Just an Excuse accelerating. Cool Hand Luke, Jack Cade looking for a run on the inside, and here's the 4-year-old El Sue down the outside. It's Just an Excuse. El Sue, and coming late is Jack Cade along the end, but Just an Excuse is the glorious Centurion in 100 years of harness racing history. He's produced the goods and he's won it. Just an Excuse, a brilliant win. Jack Cade came late but didn't quite nail him. What a finish. Just an excuse, just too good, and he's won the Cup for 2003. Jack Cade did his level best, and there were many thrills outside too for owners and punters alike, trying to decide which one was going to be the victor. But just an excuse, and Todd Mitchell, who makes it 3, I think, in the last 4. So just an excuse is held. Now Jack Cade came through on the inside, and then wider out on the track. Also, he may have not got up Jack Cade for second. I think the outside horse has probably nailed him for second, just watching the replay. So we'll just have to wait for Mark Gallagher's call on that. Just wait for the call. But the honours go with the winner as always in a race like this, the Canterbury Draught Centennial New Zealand Cup to 12, just an excuse. But